What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today we're just gonna have a little sober yap sesh. I don't know. I would make a video, but I'm kind of on a tea break right now, so we're gonna make a little sober yap sesh. I haven't done this ever, so let's see where it goes. Also, remember to like and subscribe if you like the channel. Go check out the other videos, and let's get into it, man. So let's just start talking about some smoking stuff, okay? Let's start smoking, or let's not start smoking. Let's talk about some smoking stuff, okay? Let's say smoking don'ts. What's a pet peeve? Pet peeve of mine? Chapstick. Chapstick, take the chapstick off. You got lipstick on, chapstick on, wipe it off. Wipe it off before you hit the joint or the blunt or whatever you're smoking. Before you hit the bong. Take the chapstick off, okay? Number one thing. That actually gets me, I'm not gonna lie. Feeling like hitting the joint and feeling like a little what is that, man? Is that beeswax? What is this, man? You know what I'm saying? But second thing, let's move on to do's, bro. Pass the joint around. Keep it moving. Keep it going. Don't let it just sit in your hand. I know a lot of people. I look at some people too, and I'm like, you really just be sitting there with it in your hand, just yapping for a solid 5 minutes about your aunt. I don't give a fuck. I like you as a person, but pass the joint. Pass the joint, man. Anyways, what else do I want to yap about? Let's see here. Weed has been getting a little bit better in the state that I live in. Not gonna name names, but the state I live in, I've been seeing a lot more rosin, a lot cheaper rosin. Been seeing $17 grams of hash rosin, which I'm not gonna complain about. I know there's always gonna be kind of snobs, kind of, oh, I only smoke ice water hash rosin. It's $17. Get off my dick. You know what I'm saying? I be smoking the $5 like butane pack sometimes. It don't. You know the ones that where they say if you smoke it too much, you get butane poisoning. I mean, it's $5 though. It's $5. Can you beat a $5 gram of concentrate? So also, by the way, leave down in comments. What do y'all prefer, flour or concentrate? I've been kind of going back and forth. I went there for like 2 weeks of just straight concentrate. Okay, I mean, I was hitting a Puffco every day. Not my Puffco, but a Puffco every single day, man. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty lit. It was pretty fire. That's pretty cool. But moving on, let's talk about some glass. I want to get some more glass. I already have a decent amount of glass. I need to make another video showing a new glass collection because I've lost some pieces. Some pieces have been broken. Some ash catchers have been broken. A lot of ash catchers have been broken. I don't even have an ash catcher now. That's how many times it's happened. But oh yeah, let's talk about group sessions a little bit. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I sit there, I'm like, oh, this is great. I don't know why anyone would dislike this. Sometimes I sit there, I just look at a person like, pass the joint, pass the bong, pass the bong, take off your lipstick, man. I start tweaking sometimes. You get real high in a session, you start hitting the little, staring down at the table, just not locked in at all in the conversation, not listening to anything. You're sitting there just thinking about everything, trying to lock in, trying to not be as high. I've hit those a couple times. Not really with flour. Flour doesn't get me like that. Flour can get me right, but it's not gonna get me too right. Concentrate, 3 dabs. I'm chilling. I'm probably looking like I'm tweaking if I take them too fast. Probably just gonna be sitting there just locked in on a video, TV show, especially put a TV show on, good one, especially. Sit there, look at it for a little bit, and just eventually close in on it. If you know what I'm talking about. If you ever been there, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's talk about edibles a little bit. I personally don't like edibles. I'm not gonna lie. Most times I've ever thrown up on weed has been edible. I've never thrown up on flour. I don't think I've ever thrown up on concentrate. I've definitely had one anxiety attack. I've had one anxiety attack total my whole entire time smoking, and that was on 102. That was one was on concentrate and one was on edibles. That's why I don't mess with edibles. I've thrown up on edibles. I've had panic attacks. I don't really do that with most other types of weed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And it's not like I'm taking huge amounts or nothing. I'm taking a very medical amount. I'm taking 10 milligrams, 50 milligrams to the max. I remember I took 50 milligrams one time and I just sat there and just zoned in. But then I took 10 milligrams the other time and I was not having a fun time. I was sitting there on the bathroom floor just, you hit the deep breathe. You got to ground yourself a little bit. You got to lock in a little bit. Not throw up, hopefully. I don't know what it is. I have a bad thing of throwing up on edibles. It's not a fun time for me. So I stay away from edibles. I don't buy edibles myself. Like I'll get some edibles, I'll share some with people, but not really anymore. I'm not a huge edible fan. So also, let's talk about some alcohol versus marijuana. Okay, I don't get why people poison themselves with alcohol. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Versus if someone gave me the option to either drink for the rest of my life or smoke for the rest of my life, I'm smoking. I mean, obviously. I mean, look at the channel, right? But I don't I don't get the alcohol. Like I can have a fun time, more of a fun time without the alcohol than I can with it. Versus weed, I'm not really trying to have as much of a fun time as I am just trying to relax. I'm trying to get medicated. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to a good point and not have to deal with all the stress of life. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's a lot what it is, like a lot of what it is for me is just getting that stress down, getting that anxiety down. Because I'm not gonna lie, whenever I'm not making it, I got real bad anxiety, man. I'll start tweaking. I'll start thinking people are following me. I'll start being like, ooh, what about this? I'll start overthinking about. Whenever I'm in a decent medicated state and I do it for like not every day, but every day to every other day, and you get medicated once, twice, 3 times a day, maybe at the most, usually twice a day. It's a good little routine, honestly. It keeps you nice and centered. It keeps you nice and relaxed. Like I'm still able to be focused on stuff and do my things I need to do. Obviously, like being an adult and stuff like that. But it just helps you get through life a little bit easier, I think, and it helps you get medicated. And that's why it's medical in my state, man. That's why it's medical in a lot of states here in the U.S. FA, not in Britain, even though I think y'all have in the UK, I think they have a little like medical program or something. I don't know like, a lot about it because I don't live there, but I know they have some type of thing over there. So also, let's talk about the marijuana. Let's talk about how long it's been around, bro. So many civilizations have been doing it, and people can high forever. Because you think about it, people were like, "Oh, we don't live too long," but really think about it. Compared to a lot of other animals, we'd be living a long time, man. Think about cat or dog. They live 10, 20 years. 20 years is a long time. That's like a 100-year-old, 120-year-old human right there, okay? That's really old. But humans will live to 80, to like 70, 80, 90, 100. 100 is kind of rare. 90 is also a little bit more rare, but 80, 70 kind of range, right? And that's a long time. You got to be doing something to help the time pass, to help get through all the struggles through life because at the end of the day, like you're going to face struggles. It's how you're going to go about it and go like kind of process it and deal with it instead of just having to go around it. I feel like a lot of people drink alcohol, they just drink alcohol and they just go around the problem. They're not able to meditate and just sit there and just think about it if that makes sense. But whenever I get medicated, I'll sit down, I'll think about my stuff, put on some fire music, whatever music you like, and just sit there and just kind of meditate. Because people, whenever they hear meditate, they think, ooh, kumbaya. No, I'm talking about just sitting down in a place, slow your breathing down a little bit, put on some good music, like smoke a little bit, do something of your vice, whether you smoke nicotine, weed, whatever. Just do that in moderation. Don't get too fucked up and just sit there and just think about your life. Think about whatever. I'm getting kind of philosophical, but you understand what I'm saying. It's good to just kind of reflect and just kind of realize some things, especially with the ZA. I think the ZA has helped me realize so many things and so many more things than anything else has. So shout out to the ZA. On that note, I'm probably going to end off this video. I hope y'all have a great day, great rest of your day. I hope y'all are staying good, safe, happy. And with that, bye bye, y'all.